Hi guys. Think of a situation in your life where you messed up big time, like you were supposed to do something, whatever, that you made a mistake, you hurt someone, probably something went wrong in an interview, or it's just something that you some project that you had. It could be a homework. It could be um, even a situation that you probably had a bad moment of jealousy with a former person close to you, and that really affected or finished the situation. Just think of any situation that you had in your life where your emotions got the best of you, and it messed it up. Think of that situation. I think we all have a memory of something that we did in the past, and sometimes we still blame ourselves, like we haven't been able to get over it, and we or sometimes we 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 don't know if we should get over it. It could have been something that affected your life, or a relationship, or a job, or something in school, in such a it has such an impact in your life that it's we carry with us, and we say, you know what, I'm still carrying that load on my back, and I haven't let go. um, I saw an interview of a former Secret Service agent called Eva Pompores, and she was talking about, like the interview. It's about staying calm under pressure, and one of the things that she was talking about. I mean, and remember, we're talking about people that are being these people, secret agents, have been trained with them. They have the best psychologists to teach them how to deal with pressure. This is people that have learned with through research and the most advanced techniques in the world, how to deal, with emotions, how not to let them get to you. And um, and um, so the interview was about being calm under pressure, and one of the she talks a lot about she talks about a lot of things, like how, they have to learn how not to, like, if in their situations where people are going crazy in the environment, in their surroundings, they have to learn how to stay calm, how not to mimic people when they are in those situations. She says something that really got to me, something that I really like, that says, if you don't if there are many times where we are in control environments. Let's say, like, when you're driving, if you live in a country that is not like a place like Somalia, or Syria, or a place like that, like a place where, there is a government that pretty much, you can say, keeps everything in order. You live in a place like, I don't know, Argentina, or the US, or Australia, and you're driving on the highway, and then you kind of get into a you can get into a road rage with someone that cuts in your way. If you respond, you flip him off or something. So she says, if you don't learn, if you don't learn how to stay under control situations, even when things can be going kind of crazy, let's say on a road rage. But the truth is that that's a control situation. Living in a war state place, let's say. You see, imagine the way you're going to respond when you are in an environment that is under no control at all, where things can get out of hand much worse, much easier. So she talks a lot about that self-control. She mentions also that many times we have people that you have to pay attention with the people you surround yourself with, because we have people that we surround ourselves with, and sometimes these people, they want to bring chaos to us. They want to bring their chaos to us. They have a problem, and they're coming to us, and sometimes we have to learn to say, you know what, I cannot let myself get involved in this situation, because this is not my problem. You can offer support to that person, but you have to be careful of not letting it suck you in, like get to you. In the end, each one of us, we have to deal with our own demons and with our own problems, and it's very common that I think we all have friends or people, that sometimes close to us, that it's a drama person that they just bring. It's kind of like a dark cloud of negativity following them, and they want to get you into it. So you have to learn to identify those people and say, you know what, even if it's a very close friend, sometimes you got to have the power and use your right to say, no, I'm not gonna get into that. So what I was mentioning, that thinking of that situation when you messed up, I wanted to mention that, because she was saying that, he said, even with all the training and everything they have to prepare these people to work as secret agents around the world, they said they still mess up too. They still let the emotions and the situation get the best of them, even after all that training. Now, if it happens to them, it's obviously something that can happen to any of us, that we have never been trained. We have never had anything nowhere near to that kind of training that they have. So it's someone that has been mentally prepared for years to keep their balance, to stay calm, to handle pressure, to handle stress and chaos in the surroundings. It's sometimes life gets to them, and they mess up too. They respond the way that they don't want. And when I have never really paid attention to that. I never really thought of that. And I say, you know what? So if that happens to these people, that they're secret agents, I'm not saying that we shouldn't blame ourselves when things don't go well for us, when we mess up. But we, at the same time, we have to. I think it's worth sitting down with yourself and saying, hey, you know what? I believe that if you have a real honest talk with yourself, you will be able to see if you're asking too much of yourself for that one thing that you still blaming yourself. I certainly can think of a couple of experiences, things that I did in the past, that I say, you know what, I did not act the way that I didn't handle that situation the way that I should, and it made me feel better, thinking that I'm not making this video and talking about secret agents messing up as an excuse for you to say, okay, well, I can mess up, and yes, I'm just going ahead and say, well, if the professionals make mistakes, why shouldn't I? I'm just saying, that you can think of it in the proper way and say, okay, well, it just happens. It happens even to the best of us, So I just thought that it was worth sharing this thought. And well, I hope it helps. Okay, guys, well, thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.